Hey everybody, Jenny Fennick here. How are you? How are you? Happy day to you. It's the day after Halloween, isn't it? And I'm excited to connect today for our Jam with Jenny live stream. I wonder who's coming to hang. Who's coming to hang out today? I'll give you a few moments to get here. I'm pumped to talk to you today about the power of retreats in your business. Yes, the power of retreats in your business. This is such a powerful concept and one that I want to help you really get your head around, wrapped around, because it is a game changer in your work. Hey, Elaine, of course, Elaine knows about the power of retreats because this is what she does. Elaine Wellman, stressfreeretreats.com in the house. Elaine, you're so good with my audio, making sure like I had this new sweater on. I'm like, oh, I hope my turtleneck isn't, rubbing against the mic and being annoying. So just tell me if I'm clear. Hey, Charlie Wall. Hey, everybody who's hopping in here, say hi in the comments so I know that you're here. That's why I love doing these Facebook Lives, is that we get a chance to connect. And that's why I started doing these regular Facebook Lives on my business page because, I like the live interaction. I like the back and forth. I just like it. So whether you're watching this live or you're checking this out on the replay, awesome. And if you're listening to this on my podcast, Get Gutsy, when we publish it there, awesome. I don't really care how you consume it, as long as you're taking it in and I'm being able to help you in this way. So welcome everybody. I'm pumped to talk to you about this concept today, about the power of retreats in your business. I got a few things that I want to say here, and then I love the interaction in the chat too, for those of you who are plugging in by Facebook Live watching this. Okay. First off, I want to celebrate because last month, which was yesterday, it ended yesterday, October of 2017 has gone down in history in my business. It was the most financially successful month in the history of my close to 10-year business as a coach. And so I was just taking that in the last few days. I'm like, wow, we did it. We did it. And it wasn't just I did it. It was we did it. It was myself, my team, all my clients, all of my customers, all of my tribe members through the years. You all have inspired me to stay the course and keep believing, keep putting the work out there, keep making invitations, keep helping people. And it just feels so good because I will tell you all, there have been moments where it's bleak. There's moments when you're like, oh, this is harder than it needs to be. I don't understand why this thing isn't working and it used to work, or why this just feels so raw. And for those of you who are in that place right now, just know that that too shall pass, and you will get to this place where it's like, yes, you will pass a hurdle. You will accomplish something that previously felt almost unattainable, like impossible. But I remember one of my original mentors saying to me, what once was impossible becomes possible, becomes easy. It becomes easy. And so thanks for celebrating that with me. And I hope that that gives you fuel for your journey, because girl, you're going to need it. You're going to need fuel for the journey. So speaking of journeys, attending retreats, leading retreats, that's a journey, okay? It is one of the most amazing journeys you will ever take in your personal development and in your business. Retreats have my heart. They just have my heart. And I want to tell you why. Because there's nothing like retreats. There's nothing like them. And it's so funny. I'm like getting distracted. I hear my sons down below. They're like, for those of you parents out there, they're in like the laugh at everything phase today. They're like, like they're in that place, and maybe day after Halloween, whatever, even though we take most of their candy away. The Great Pumpkin does, and we give them a gift in exchange for it. There's just this like, and there's no school today. My daughter has school and they don't have it today. And so I have a parent teacher conference later. So anyway, today's just one of those like funny days, really funny days. All right. So the deal with retreats is there's nothing like them. They are so sacred. They are so powerful. So I'd love to know, for those of you who are here, just to share, like, what are some of your top memories from retreats? Like, where have you attended retreats? Where would you want to lead retreats? Just kind of share. It's fun to just put out some of those experiences or dreams out into the universe and see what happens as a result. So for me, I led my first ever retreat in 2001. And y'all have to know that it was in 2008 that I started training to become a coach. And then I really kind of like hung up my digital shingle in 2009 and started getting into the whole online space, building an email list, connecting through social media, all that stuff was really happening more so in 2009. And then it was in 2011, a few months after my first, actually my second son was born, Luke, who they've simmered down out there, that I said, I'm going to lead a retreat. I actually made that decision when I was pregnant with him, and we had just moved from New York City to the Berkshires of Massachusetts. And it just became so clear that I wanted to offer that up. I had been attending, events prior to me becoming a coach. I was a conference producer. And so I'd put on I had produced or been a part of more than 60 events, 60 conferences in 4 years span of time. So I had seen what happens when you get a group of people kind of with shared interest, perhaps shared values, to powwow, assemble around a particular concept, a particular theme, a particular intention. And it's like, holy crap. And so when I was pregnant with Luke, I said, that's it, I'm going to have a retreat for my people. And I did. And it was one of the hardest projects I ever did, because I had never led my own retreat in that way, a multi-day retreat. You have to come up with the concept, you do the positioning, the marketing, the copy, the enrollment, you've got to find the venue, there's a lot that goes into it. And then you're getting people there, you got to get people there. And I would tell you that nothing brings up people's shit more than attending something live. Okay. And so there's that. And then you're leading it, then you got to lead it. And in that case, I was only a few months postpartum with my son, and I'm pumping my boobs the whole time because we were nursing, all that. And it was absolutely worth it. It was one of the most extraordinary experiences of my career at that time. And I remember just saying, that's it. I am a retreat leader. This is what I do. I saw what happened in the room for the women who were attending. I know what happened for me in terms of my own thoughts and feelings, the transformations I went through as a leader. And I really wanted to keep doing this. The other thing that happened that was really cool at the retreat was that I launched my first ever mastermind. I launched in 2011, and I have been leading masterminds ever since. In fact, several of our attendees right now, Elaine and Charlie, are part of my next round of my mastermind, which is called Glow. We now have 8 extraordinary women confirmed in this program, and we may have a few more by the time we get started in 1 week's time. And so it's just so awesome. When you harness the power of retreats to either, bring your people together, aid in deep transformation, perhaps launch an offering that you want to put out into the world, and then just go through your own personal journey. It's just, the sky is the limit. There really is no limit when you are putting together retreats. And so I wanted to speak to you today about kind of wrapping your head around, wrapping your heart around you both attending retreats and leading retreats. Okay, you can do both. And I would go so far as to say that you should do both. If you are a coach, a healer, a creative, some kind of teacher, right? Some sort of spirit-led teacher, you will do your audience such a service if you take them on retreat, okay? And then, of course, if you're going to be leading retreats, then you need to be attending those retreats. You need to be attending somebody else's retreat. So you can be a receiver of this transformation, a receiver of this magic, a receiver of these miracles, you see? And so get thinking about this. We're now, 2 months left in 2017. Now is the time to be thinking about how you're going to bring this year to an end on a high and then launch into 2018, which why not have it be the most extraordinary year of your life, the most extraordinary year of your business? And when I say that, it's not to say that you're not going to have hard stuff that comes with it and disappointments that come with it. That's just part of being human. But why not be intentional, strategic, intelligent, wise? Why not just go for it with your dreams and bring retreats into the mix, okay? So there's 3 things that I really love that retreats offer, both as an attendee of the retreat and as the leader of the retreat. And I want to go through these with you right now. Number 1, sacred space. Okay. Sacred, by the way, is one of my all-time favorite words. It's like one of my favorite words. It's the best. So retreats offer sacred space. Now, when I say sacred space, you get to decide where you're going to either attend a retreat or lead a retreat, okay? And there's retreats everywhere in the world, everywhere in the world. I have led retreats in the United States, mostly in the northeastern part of the United States. I've led retreat in Florida. And I have led retreats outside of the United States. This year, I've led retreats in Costa Rica and in Tulum, Mexico. And next year in March, I will be going back to Costa Rica to lead another retreat, okay? The places where I lead retreats are out of this world extraordinary, beautiful, lush, relaxing, luxurious, all of it. And I want to let you know that some of you may have a home where you could lead a retreat. Recently, I led a retreat. Elaine was there too. She was our retreat manager for this retreat at my home here in the Berkshires of Western Massachusetts. Our coaching school students received a retreat as part of their program. And gosh, it wasn't even a month ago now that retreat was held right here in my home. I actually gave my students a tour of my home office, and we were here together for 2 days. They stayed off site, but they came here during the day for the retreat. So where can you think about either leading or attending a retreat that is going to offer up deep transformation for you and your people? Okay. If you really want to travel to Hawaii or travel to Bali or travel to Sedona or wherever it is, it's possible. Okay. So sacred space is a really, really awesome part of the retreat element in your business. Number 2, connection happens at retreats. Deep connection. Deep connection. The connection that comes when you are out of your day-to-day. The connection that comes when you are not dealing with your daughter at the door banging, like mine is right now. And so I'm going to send a note to my husband. Usually Kate's at school on Wednesdays. Hooray. But you just got to roll with it. You got to roll with it. All right. So connection happens when you are away from your day-to-day. Just laughing right now because she's going, open the door up. Open the door up. All right, you guys, I'm going to get her because my husband is not seeing the text. Hold, please. Oh, God. You guys, enough. Thank you. I'm back. Real life. So why do you need retreats? Because you need a break from the day-to-day. You do. There's nothing wrong with needing a break from your day-to-day. I know this about me. I need breaks from my day-to-day regularly. And so retreats offer that. They offer that option for you because you can't be all you were designed to be when you're just like bouncing around between all of your responsibilities, and this thing needs to happen, and I get to pick up, and then we're going to do this, and I got to do the dishes, and like, oh my God, like, do you have those days when you're just like, I just need a minute to myself. I just need some wide open space where no one is asking for something from me, where no one is, where I wake up and I don't have 5 people in my bed. That's what's my life, y'all. I'll just be straight up with you. Sometimes it's 4 because then my husband doesn't have space for himself and he has to go into to another bed. My kids they always find me. And it's really lovely, and this is the space that I'm in, and when I wouldn't trade it. But I have big dreams, big aspirations, and I need space. I need space, and so do you. So do you. And so when you go on retreat, you have this space to connect with the attendees who are there, but also with yourself, with your own soul, with your own ambition, with the downloads that are wanting to come into. You're getting these ideas. And often when we're parents, when we just have like maybe a day job, things are going on, clients, you are so splintered that you're not getting sufficient space and bandwidth to action the ideas and to really make sense of what's coming at you and through you, okay? And so when you go on retreat or lead retreat, you are giving yourself and your people the space to connect with their soul, okay? And that is one of the most extraordinary gifts in the whole wide world. One of the most extraordinary gifts in the whole wide world is that connection and that quiet. All right. And great to see you here, Carrie and Tori and Shayna. Thanks for coming. All right. So connection is huge. My attendees who come, I mean, that's one of their favorite parts is like, I mean, just what happens. They'll write letters to loved ones, to themselves. They will realize who they truly are. They'll let go of these layers. There's lots of laughter, lots of tears, just time to go nap in a hammock, to go swim in the pool or swim in the sea, to just like chill, to not have everything so fucking scheduled every second of the day. Anyone get tired of that? You deserve more. And in fact, your mission will never fully be fulfilled if you don't give yourself this sacred space to connect and transform. And that's really point number 3 I want to make, this element of transformation. You may think it's not possible to like transform after a 2-day retreat. And I will tell you that that is an incorrect assumption. I just led that 2-day retreat, as I said, at my home for my coaching students. And oh my gosh. I keep tabs on my people. I look to see what they're up to and ensure that they have what they need to keep on going on this quest. And what has happened for several of them who are applying the lessons learned and doing the work and showing up, it is so gratifying. It brings me such a sense of joy that they realize things about themselves at this retreat, and they went home and made moves. They made moves. So one woman said, it's like things are just falling into place like magic. She sees the path. It's totally clear. Yes, she's got to do the work, but she's doing it. And she's so happy because for once in her life, the work is totally in alignment with who she truly is and what her passions are. And that right there is the power of retreat. She was at my retreat. Another one of my clients, she says she's just been on this freaking high ever since the retreat. And I, been seeing her on social media, and it's just like something happens in that room, just being with those high vibration people who believe that anything is possible, who believe in holding each other up. And that's what happens when you go to retreats or lead retreats. The people who are willing to travel, because there is travel that comes along with retreats, right? They're cut from a certain cloth, right? There is a particular kind of type of person who's willing to make the investments of time, money, and energy to attend a retreat, Okay. So whether you're, the attendee with these people, whether you are the leader holding space for these people and getting into that circle with them as well, you'll never be the same as a result. You'll never be the same as a result. And so I hope you all understand why I've been leading retreats ever since that first ever one that I led in 2011, because there is nothing like them. I love the internet. I love being able to connect with you all like this through social media, through my podcast, through my email, through virtual programs that I lead. And if you see, my two main programs right now are my Mastermind Glow and my coaching school, which is called Get Gutsy Coach Training School. Both of those offerings have a retreat element as part of the offering, okay? And that's not a fluke. That's not just like some little detail that I didn't really think much about. There was huge intentionality around that decision. And for those clients who take me up on the retreat opportunity, their lives and their businesses are never the same. And so I wanted to simply put this out here to you today because it was interesting. I forget sometimes that not everybody has been to a retreat. In fact, at the retreat for our coaching students a few weeks back, Elaine Wellman, who's here, who's one of my clients also, as well as our retreat manager for the retreats I lead, she asked the question, who here, is this like your first retreat? And many hands went up. I was shocked. I forgot that not everyone has been to a retreat before. Just because I've been to so many and I lead them, I'm like, oh, everyone does these things. And it's not true. I feel like most everybody would benefit from retreats as long as they're open and they're curious and they're willing to show up and stay in the room, because a lot of things will happen at retreats and it's not always easy. But many people haven't experienced the power of retreats. So if that's you, if you haven't experienced the power of them yet, I'm going to give you a challenge to do that sometime in the next year. Get yourself to a retreat. And if you are a person who is considering leading retreats, then are you going to put it on the calendar for 2018? You have got to do it. And Charlie, I see your comment. Yes, Charlie is going to be joining me in Costa Rica this March. Charlie is one of my elite level clients in Glow. And that level of my mastermind comes with a retreat in Costa Rica. It's a 5-night retreat in Costa Rica. I do it for that many days because it's just, imagine that spaciousness built into your life. Plus getting to Costa Rica for most of us is a bit of a trek. And so just to have that space, to have that connection time, to have that intention of transformation and whatever that transformation is going to show up as is like freaking rad. And so I will be welcoming in several of my mastermind clients to that Costa Rica retreat. I am going to do spots for non-mastermind clients to join us in Costa Rica. I imagine that these spots are going to go very quickly. And so if you want to join forces with me and several of my mastermind clients for an epic, luxurious 5-night retreat in Paradise, and Paradise is Costa Rica, and this resort where we are is Paradise. I've been there before, so I know what I'm talking about. It's like what happened the last time I was there is so, it's like hard to put into words, and Elaine was there, so she knows. I was called to go back there in 2018. I felt like the work that I had to do there wasn't done yet. And one of my greatest gifts in the entire world is leading retreats. No one does it like me. There's some amazing retreat leaders out there. No one does it like me. I have spiritual business retreats. They are just, oh my gosh, profound and deep and beautiful and nourishing and exciting and surprising and everything. So anywho, I hope you get how excited I am. If you want to be on the wait list for when we open up these spots for Costa, send me a message. Okay, you can either send me a message on Facebook or you can send an email to my team at support@jennyfenig.com. Again, many of my mastermind clients are going to be there, and these are extraordinary women. And if you want to be with us, then send me a message. If you missed out on applying for my mastermind and you want to apply for that and see if you can join this circle, then I'm giving you your last chance to do it. We begin on November 8th, and our circle is just feeling like pretty close to complete. So this is really that last opportunity that you have. I won't reopen enrollment for that or applications for that until pretty much, let's see, like we'll start again in like the summer of 2018 is my estimate on that. So I will include a link for that in the comments. The women who just recently stepped forward to, or were just like, holy crap, I just know that they were answered prayers and that we are meant to do deep, deep, extraordinary work together. So for those of you who are already in the mastermind this round, I'm so happy to be working with you. And for anyone else who feels like this is your time and you're looking for that sacred community of ambitious women who are so committed to this path, you're so committed to doing the work, then Glow very likely might be for you. And then one more announcement for those of you who have not really gone through formal coach training before, you're ready to package up your magic and translate your gifts into a successful coaching business. And keep your eyes open, because we are about to be going into our enrollment period for my coaching school. This is a coach certification program. We have the most amazing students who walk through our doors. I think we're about to enroll our 7th ever class. I have to go through and count, but we've graduated close to 100 students since we opened our doors about 2.5 years ago. And it's just such a great program, and I'm super pumped to just go on the launch journey, which anyone who's ever launched or opened programs know what I'm talking about. I've just been talking with my team on what we're going to be working on and what we're going to be putting out there. Lots of free resources for you. And your first step is to get on our wait list if you feel like you want to really go through an official coach training and be part of our amazing and supportive community. So our waitlist is coachtrainingschool.com. That's coachtrainingschool.com. You can hop in there, and as soon as we open our doors, you will be the first to know. And we're going to do something special for our waitlisters, so I would get on there. coachtrainingschool.com is where you can get in on that action. So your action from listening in to this conversation today is to commit to retreating. Commit to retreating. Commit to retreating. I also want to let you know, if you want to get your hands on a resource, Elaine Wellman, who's here right now, she is one of my clients also in Glow, one of my elite level clients, and she has a great resource for you, stressfreeretreats.com, stressfreeretreats.com. You can check that out. She is all about helping people like me lead retreats, and so that you can actually lead and teach without having to obsess over all of the details and logistics that just come up because they just do. And I'm so grateful to have somebody like Elaine on my team, and then also have her as a client so I can help her help more people with this extraordinary work. Her and I are both committed to the power of retreats. I wish that more people like me would lead retreats, because although technology is awesome and the online space is so fabulous for being able to connect with people all over the world, nothing, and like let's just say yes to that, nothing will ever replace in-person connection. It just won't. And if you're only relying on the internet to build these connections with your people, you are leaving a lot of opportunity on the table, and a lot of the humanity that comes with the work. And so just break through that. Yes, you're going to, need to deal with all the stuff you're going to need to deal with when you either sign up for something or decide to lead it, but your life will never be the same. And that's a good thing. I want more people leading retreats and attending retreats, being a part of these transformational immersions, because we need more of that. Digital is awesome, but too much digital exclusive digital and online is not healthy. And when we come back to this place of being together in person, looking in each other's eyes, giving each other, that recognition, that acknowledgement of being in a room together. And it's sometimes gathering people who you're like, you have differences with. Can we do that? Can we hold those polarities in place as we collectively move to our next level and leave this planet better than how we found it? That really is the opportunity that's in front of us right now. And I firmly believe that retreats are going to be a crucial piece in the puzzle for all of us who consider ourselves transformational teachers, coaches, leaders, all of it. So if you are so inclined to share and you're watching this by Facebook right now, go ahead and share what retreats you're going to be attending next year, where you're going to be going, where you might be leading retreats next year. I'm just throwing out the challenge. Maybe you're going to be joining me in Costa Rica in March. I know that several women will be, and it's just going to be beyond the beyond. And that's why I will, do all the things that I've got to do to be away from my family for that period of time, because I know there is nothing in the world quite like a retreat. So with that, I say thank you so much for being here. This is Jenny Fenig. I come live on my Facebook page every week, every Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern Time, and just sharing something that I believe will be helpful to you in your quest to help more people with your sacred work. So thanks for coming, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.